Hey guys, welcome back. It's Llynks. And today I have a great topic to go over. We're gonna talk about changing your artist name and how you can merge all of your releases under one name. So if you don't know, I was releasing music under the name Sarah Kendall for about 6 years before I changed my artist name to Llynks this year. And when I had initially reached out to my distributor, which is DistroKid, to see if I could change my name, they said no, as an answer on their frequently asked questions as well as when I emailed them about it. What they told me to do was make a new artist page to just start uploading underneath a new page. So that's what I did. Fast forward to now, I recently reached out to DistroKid again last week on the 13th, and I just simply asked again. I said, is there any way I can bring my Sarah Kendall followers, plays, music, playlists all over to Llynks? And what did they tell me this time? They said yes. They told me I could do it. They were transparent with me and they told me that the reason why they couldn't do it in the past is because Apple Music doesn't allow name changes on past releases. They just told me that if I were to move all of my Sarah Kendall releases over to Llynks, I would have to opt out of having them on Apple Music. Which I was like, you know what, that's okay. So when I reached out to DistroKid, they told me that in order to make this switch, I had to delete all of my releases underneath Sarah Kendall and re-upload them to my Llynks page. You could probably guess that that was very scary to do because at the time I didn't know if any of my play counts, any of the playlists, and my followers, I didn't know if any of those things were gonna register and link. They call it song linking when they switched over, when I re-uploaded them, because once you delete a release, that's scary stuff. Like, you don't know if everything's gonna be lost. The trick here is when you do it, you must keep the same ISRC codes when you re-upload your tracks, all right? You must keep the same codes. That's gonna give you the most chance for your songs to link back up again. And what linking means is that the codes register as like, this is the same song. It keeps your playlist that your music was on, saves, it just stays in everyone's library, just the name will be changed. So this is great news. I've been so upset at myself for so long for feeling like I've had to start over, and I was like, I am willing to take this chance. They say that the linking automatically happens, but you don't know for sure if it actually is going to. I've come out on the other side successful from it, so if you have any questions, please ask me. But I'll show you what Spotify told me to do, specifically if I wanted to keep my songs linked. Before we get into it, like and subscribe if you want to stay updated on my videos. Here we are. Keep in mind, I reached out to both DistroKid about this, which is my distributor, and Spotify themselves, because I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing a really horrible thing. They told me that songs aren't automatically removed from playlists when they become unavailable. If you plan on re-uploading the releases, there's a process called track linking, which enables a song to keep anything it's already earned if re-released. If your song is successfully linked, it should remain on the playlist, which it did. They say that track linking happens automatically. Just ensure that the audio and the metadata of the old and new versions is identical. And they emphasize, this is important, the duration of the song, the title. There will be some fluctuation in the popular section of the artist profile, evens itself out within 72 hours. So, and I've noticed that too, and I'll show you. The tracks can take up to 5 business days to link. Every song is linked except for one, and I'm gonna reach out to them about this. That's my song Nightingale. They said that it's best to check the releases have successfully linked before removing any old content. I didn't do that. I reached out to Spotify after I deleted all my releases off my Sarah Kendall profile, and then I immediately, like 5 seconds after, re-uploaded them onto Llynks. It takes a few days for the songs to actually delete off of your old profile. DistroKid told me I had to delete my releases before I were to re-upload them. They also told me they will move your followers over after everything's live. That is going to be a huge help. I really wish I had my Sarah Kendall followers following me when I released my album and Say What You Want. The support would have been really helpful for the algorithm, etc., but it's okay. All of my next releases will be shout out to all those new followers that just transferred over, so that's great. I had 3,000 followers under Sarah Kendall, following a dead page that I wasn't going to be releasing music underneath of. And now they've transferred over to Llynks, and now I have a total of like 3,400 followers. That will help majorly with the algorithm. Your monthly listeners recover with time. So I'm seeing this too. As my Sarah Kendall page loses monthly listeners, my Llynks page is gaining them. Within 28 days, I should reach my actual number of monthly listeners. I kept my ISRC codes, my artwork was the same, but I was changing my artist name. I said, like, is this gonna mess things up? And they told us that even when the artist name is different, the tracks will tend to link. After everything was live under Llynks, they moved my followers over, and it was super helpful. I still have my collaborations live under the Sarah Kendall page because that's gonna require me to reach out to my collaborators, have them update the metadata on their distributors. I don't know if I wanna do that. I might just leave that stuff up. I don't want to inconvenience anybody and give them the fear of having to potentially delete a release and re-upload it with Llynks. I'll update you on that if I decide to do it. They can't delete artist profiles entirely, and it's only searchable as long as there's music on the profile. And now I'll show you my Spotify for artists and what it will look like if you decide to do this. Okay, so this is Llynks. This is my new page where all of my music is now under. Everything has transferred over quite nicely. The music is all here. My popular section has been fluctuating a ton just because it's incorporating all of my releases now. Just reach out. What held me back for so long was because my distributor is DistroKid, and they just said that it was not something they could do because they didn't want to send conflicting metadata to different stores. But they're providing a lot of transparency for this now, and they're allowing it. You just have to make the choice to opt out of Apple Music and iTunes for now. This could change, and I'm not losing faith that I won't be able to re-upload them in the future. I think just right now, Apple Music might not be a fan of changing artist names. So far, so good. If anything goes wrong, of course I will let you guys know. And the main things to keep in mind are duration, title, and the ISRC codes. Make sure you have the same exact ISRC codes. So if you have DistroKid anyways, you can do this now. Just reach out to them. All of this was changed in about a week. It's a little scary when your tracks haven't linked yet and you're like, I really just hope that they link. You just have to be patient, and once they do, it's the best feeling in the world. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Happy to answer them. I understand how scary this can be. So good luck in your own experience, and feel free to ask any questions in the comments, or feel free to DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is Llynks Music. I hope you guys have a nice week, and I will see you next time.